Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today we are back with more Spooktober goodness. Today we are talking about the Ilkley Moor UFO incident, which brings upon one of the most discussed photos, the Ilkley Moor alien. I believe it's the same incident. Of the Moor, which he says shows the alien, one of the aliens that abducted him. Yeah. So, let's get into this a little bit. I have Wikipedia. Well, before we get reading into it here, let's just check this out. Do they have the? Yeah, this is supposed to be an image of it, which it's real hard to tell anything. Everything's so blurred. And here's another website that we have talking about it. They've made it a little more uh, viewable, I guess. But yeah, there's something there that you see, but no one's been able to verify. Even so, these are still close-ups because the one I'm used to seeing, it's even further away. But yeah, the Ilkley Moor alien. It apparently it appeared on Mystery Hunters, but I'm talking about the actual image because this was supposed to have happened as an actual event. Um, yeah, sighting of an extraterrestrial that took place on December the 1st, 1987. Retired police officer named Philip Spencer was walking on the moorlands near Yorkshire in England when he spotted a UFO and one of its occupants. The entity appeared to be in humanoid shape with a large head and lanky arms that hang down to the ground. But yeah. And this is another look at the Moor sans the proclaimed alien. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. There was an alleged UFO incident on Ilkley Moor on the 1st of December 1987. A retired police officer claimed that he was abducted by aliens while on a morning walk and briefly held on their craft before being returned to the moor. The man took a photograph of the moor, which he said shows one of the aliens that abducted him. The photograph subsequently became a news story in the UK, and it has been cited as one of the strongest pieces of evidence that we have had that extraterrestrials have visited Earth. It also has been described as incredibly blurry. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, a lot of your photographs are blurry the older you get in, you go back in time with them. But yeah. Skeptics have dismissed the incident as a hoax, saying that the photograph shows something else, such as a man or a cardboard cutout. Which, I mean, it could be. We don't know. But like I said, I've known of this for a while because 1987. I was a very young child. So this is one I've grown up hearing about, even though happened in England. Ilkley Moor is an area of moorland between Ilkley and Keighley in West Yorkshire, England. It is well known as the inspiration for the song On Ilkley Moor Bat At. It is also known for its carved rocks, particularly the swastika stone. There have been many UFO sightings on the moor. Skeptics have suggested that this is probably because of the nearby proximity of Menwith Hill Air Force Base and Leeds Bradford Airport. Philip Spencer, which is not his real name, it's a pseudonym, had moved from London to remote West Yorkshire with his wife and child in order to be closer to his wife's family following his retirement from the police force. On the morning of the 1st of December, 1987, Spencer began walking across Ilkley Moor to visit his father-in-law in East Morton. He had taken a camera with him as well as a compass in case there was fog. Compass, yeah, I could believe. Camera? Why would you need a camera in case there's fog? According to Spencer, he was walking up a small hill when he noticed an odd-looking figure just up the trail ahead of him. It was dark green and about 4 foot tall, with an oversized head and long, thin arms. The creature made a gesture at Spencer, which he took to be a gesture telling him to stay away, but he took out his camera and took a picture of it. The creature then ran away, and Spencer followed it. He lost the creature in the fog and then saw a craft rise up from the moor and disappear into the sky. He described the craft as being of a whitish color and consisted of 2 saucer-shaped parts that were attached, with one being on top of the other. There was also a loud hum. He did not take a photograph of the craft. Of course not. Rather than continue with his planned route, Spencer headed to another town that was about a half hour away. When he arrived, he discovered that it was about 2 hours later in the day than he expected it to be. Additionally, the compass that he had taken with him pointed in the opposite direction that it should have. Well, let's talk about this right here. Something doesn't feel right when talking about he took a camera with him. Was he expecting to go out and photograph wildlife? Why? Why would you take the camera? So yeah. The compass, like I said, if it's foggy, I can understand that. And there have been cases of points on Earth where the compass don't work right because of fields of interference, magnetic, electromagnetic, and the like, yeah. So that is not that big of a thing. And then loss of time 2 hours later than he expected it could be. It just doesn't feel complete. The story don't. The initial aftermath. In the days following the alleged incident, Spencer made contact with UFO researchers Jenny Randles and Peter Huff. Huff claimed to have been extremely skeptical at first, but later came to believe Spencer. Spencer handed over the copyright of the photo to Huff. Although the story quickly made the news, Spencer insisted in keeping his anonymity. Various write-ups of the case have made it clear that Spencer did not want to make any money from the story. Okay. So then that suggests another issue, that he is being honest, because most people are looking for notoriety or to make money, because either they want to say they fooled people, or see it as a way to get rich. But neither of these seem to be part of the incident. As well as examining the site, Huff sent the photograph to a number of experts. Wildlife photographer examined the photograph, said it was not from any known animal. Experts from the Kodak laboratory in Hemel Hempstead said that it could not detect any evidence of tampering. Bruce Maccabee, a U.S. Navy optics expert and ufologist, concluded that the photograph was too grainy for proper testing. So, yeah. No evidence of it, the photo being tampered with, as far as so that when he takes it, that's what he gets. No, it seems to be normal, clear photo. Wildlife photographer said it didn't look like any known animal that he was aware of. Yeah. And Maccabee, the Navy optics expert, said it was too grainy for actual proper testing. According to ufologist Nick Redfern, Spencer was hassled by the Ministry of Defense a few days after the incident on the moor. He says that they opened a file on Spencer and sent 2 men in black to his home to intimidate him into silence. So yeah, sometimes men in black do appear in certain incidents. It's just not like an original idea for a movie or comic. No, these are cases that are often cited when it comes to the paranormal in some instances. Alright, his account changed under hypnosis. While the photograph was being examined, Spencer claimed that he experienced strange dreams. Following Huff's advice, he attended a session of regressive hypnotherapy. This was carried out by Jim Singleton. Under hypnosis, Spencer's original account of the incident changed. Singleton has called it a genuine recall. Spencer now recalled that upon seeing the creature on the hill, he was instantly paralyzed and then lifted up a few feet and pulled into the craft. When he entered the craft, a voice told him to be calm. A group of green aliens then performed medical experiments on him, inserting items into his nose and mouth, and then he was given a tour of the craft and shown a film. The film showed apocalyptic imagery, including nuclear explosions, famines, and floods. Spencer was then showed a second film. It was never revealed. He has never revealed the contents of the second film, saying that the aliens who abducted him did not want humanity to know. Following this, Spencer was returned to Ilkley Moor, where he then took the famous photograph. He claimed that the alien was actually waving goodbye to him, not telling him to stay away, as in his original account. So, we have some alterations or corrections, however you wish to see it. Legacy. The Ilkley Moor incident generated headlines in the UK at the time and remains one of the country's most famous UFO sightings. Nick Pope, a journalist who previously worked at the UFO desk for the Ministry of Defense in England, included this event in a 2011 list of top 10 UFO incidents in the UK. It has been cited as one of the most persuasive UFO incidents to ever occur. Skeptics have claimed that the whole incident is a hoax, and they have said that the photograph is so blurry that it is far from proof of any alien visitors to Earth. They have argued that the alien in the photograph could easily be a man or a cardboard cutout. Skeptics have also asked why Spencer did not take a photograph of the craft, noting that such a photograph would be more difficult to fake. Skeptics have also dismissed the supposed physical evidence of the broken compass, saying that it is easy to manually wreck compasses. Yeah, I've pointed out already, there are places on Earth where certain fields of energy cause the normal function of compass to kind of go haywire. If it interferes, like electromagnetic or just magnetic fields that you kind of run into. Because they are sometimes put out in a stronger way at some points on Earth. If there was also a photo of the craft, that would be far more interesting. But I get the feeling that some people would dismiss it regardless. The alien photograph itself, it is... I mean... yeah. It's hard to make anything out. It is so grainy. But like I pointed out already, the further back you go in time trying to look at such photographs, they're all going to be grainy like this. Now, could it be a hoax? Could be. That should always be something in the back of your mind, that this very well could be a hoax, a fake, but you also need to balance out that the guy could be completely on the level and just telling you what he has, what he remembers, and providing what evidence he does have. Because not everything's going to provide an easy path. You know, life just doesn't always work that way. So, yeah. It's a really hard one to call, because there's some parts it's like, really? But there's also some parts that's like, well, I mean, that is, pretty hard to dismiss. So, yeah. Honestly, I couldn't really give you a decision on which side it is or not. I just find the whole incident as one of these it's interesting, but without further proof, we'll just never know. Honestly, if there isn't another way we could acquire further evidence or proof, yeah, we'll just never honestly know. Again, the guy may be on the level, telling everything that he can piece together with his own mind. And that's why I say about the whole hypnosis thing that he may be correcting, he may be altering. Choose how you wish to see it. Because, again, honestly, I don't know. It is hard to make a real decision. Because, once again, life isn't always black and white. It's rarely ever black and white. Life is more just lots of shades of gray. Yeah. Some may be lighter, some may be darker. But honestly, we don't know. But that will be the end of this episode. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting these links in the description below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.